I've been working with Time for Change Foundation for 7 years, going on 8 years. The mission of Time for Change Foundation is to empower disenfranchised low-income individuals and families by building leadership through evidence-based housing and supportive services to create self-sufficiency and thriving communities. So we provide direct services as well as advocacy, and we also do community development. Our Sweet Dreams shelter is where we house homeless women with children. It also has our Children's Learning Center where our children are able to grow, learn, and moms can work with them on an individual basis. And then our Mountain View shelter is for single women. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have children, they just might not have them in their custody. So one of the things that Time for Change Foundation is really strong at is family reunification. Since our inception, we've actually reunited 282 children back with their moms out of foster care. Time for Change Foundation started in 2002 when our founder, Kim Carter, left corporate America to begin helping women out of her own home. Based on her personal experience, she just felt that God was calling her to leave the job that she was working at and help women that were just like her. It's such a broad range of need that these women have, and so the only requirement that you have is to be homeless.
And that's it. So they don't have to show any type of paperwork.
No. Well, the majority of my staff here at Time for Change Foundation have personal connections with the work that we do. I can say for myself that I grew up in this city. I was born and raised in San Bernardino. I've experienced poverty. I've experienced family substance abuse, not personally, but through my parents. I've experienced violence and all of the same things that the women that come into our program experience. Affordable housing is at the top of our list. We develop affordable housing, and we know that we have the model for affordable housing in the Inland Empire. It's a smaller community type of building because we want them to develop those relationships with their neighbors, and when you do that and you have those relationships, you look out for each other. You look out for each other's kids, you look out for each other's homes, you know each other. You're not in a big building and you don't know anybody, but you get to know your neighbors and everyone keeps it up. They love where they live, they take pride in it, they're keeping it clean. I got a maintenance guy, but yet our neighbors are down there and they're sweeping the front porch and they're taking out the trash because they love their home. Safe, decent, affordable housing is key. I don't know about you, and I don't know how often you go around these streets, but you see a lot of empty buildings. You see a lot of apartments that don't look well kept. So we have a lot of slumlords. A majority of the owners that own these apartments in San Bernardino don't even live in the county, don't even live in the area. They're out in LA, Orange County, so they're not even maintaining their buildings. And so how do you expect people to have a higher level of life, a higher level of standard of living, if the where they're living isn't even well kept? We do need to work together to provide the services and to end the homelessness and to end, the recycling of the trauma and the abuse. Nonprofits in the Inland Empire have expertise and have capacity to end homelessness, but sometimes it doesn't seem that way or doesn't seem appreciated because they're going to LA County, San Francisco, they're going to Orange County to bring what they're doing out there here, and yet it's still not working. We don't provide mental health services. I know that that is not our expertise, but I'm gonna partner with my community agency down the street, or I'm gonna partner with DBH, or I'm gonna partner with the mental health clinic because that's their expertise and they can provide that to my client. And now together, we're giving the solutions to what our families need. Utilize it, but also invest in it. Put your resources into it, because the Inland Empire is one of the least funded areas in California. So I know that the Inland Empire receives $5 per capita versus LA County, which is about $300 per capita. So when you're talking about funding and investment in financial resources into the different regions in California, San Bernardino is the least funded area. And so we need more investment into the Inland Empire to provide the resources that are needed, because this is a high risk community. A high need is here. Real solutions to ending homelessness is walking families, walking women, walking men, whoever it is that you're serving, walking with them from the beginning to the end. So we're not a 30, 60, 90 day, 6-month program. We are here to help walk them through whatever it is that they need, overcome trauma, overcome mental sicknesses, overcome their addictions, and get them to a place where we can build up their self-esteem, help them gain employment, help them gain their own apartments, get their kids back out of the system, and be able to take care of their families and be self-sufficient. That's why I said, Time for Change Foundation, we don't recycle homelessness, we end it.